What is up guys, Jolt here. Like Mike's way brand new video. Today we are back in Eclipse and I have done a lot of work, as you can see on the left side of your screen, on the new version of Survive or Die. I don't even think when I last recorded, I only remember my last video, what was going on in the video. I remember I uploaded a video showcasing my inventory, but I had to delete it because I didn't realize that the program didn't actually show. So if y'all were fortunate enough to see that, or unfortunate enough, I apologize. So what happened here. Let's just show you. So currently I have just a basic world, just walls, dirt, and a zombie. I brought over the health bar from Marooned, and I have my inventory. Inventory is brand new. Okay, so there's a few design tweaks over here. I removed the empty button, removed the delete, the clear button, like or the delete button where you click on an item. And as you can see, also you pick up items and you can drag them around your screen. If you hold the mouse button, it does not work. You have to click it, let go, and then you can do it. So over here, you just click it in the slot, click this, you have your axe, and then you can craft your cut wood, quickly make a handle. I did change up the um, recipe for handles now, and then you mix your iron with your flint. No, you mix your flint with your cut wood to make fire. That together to make the iron ingot. Still need to work on the texture because technically that could be seen as copyright from Minecraft. And then I have the axes. So the axes can then be equipped to my hotbar. The iron axe does 3 damage. The normal axe does 2 damage, and then bare hands is just 3 damage or 1 damage. There's no way at this point to clear your hotbar, so you can't get back to your bare hands. I probably should do that, but he is a bit stronger than he used to. I do have some clips of when I was first programming his AI. I was gonna have him be a little bit better. I'm gonna put him on the screen right now. I have like 2 clips to put on here. First one, he goes zooming down. He goes zooming across the screen. The second one, I get close to him and he runs away from me. So I'll play them both right now. Okay. Hope you guys enjoyed those clips. I started dying like when the green streak popped up. I don't even know what that was. I don't know if that's his hotbar just like stretching out because he's going like light speed. I don't know. But if you looked at the console down here when it was going on, you see all these numbers and then E9. That means that's like scientific notation. So it's like a 1 with 9 zeros behind it. So he's going a billion speed. So yeah, that was a lot. So what I'm most happy about here is for inventory, I have inventory class just like before in Survive or Die, but it's only 323 lines of code. If I go into Survive or Die over here, the original one, look at inventory class, it's 2076. And this is a better inventory. The way I accomplish that is I have inventory slot as a separate class. Now the inventory slot is 258 lines of code. Now the way it works is it's kind of complicated. I should have put notes down so I actually knew what was going on here. I need to make sure I'm still recording my voice perfect. But this isn't really used for anything anymore, is it? Oh, okay, I do have it used. That's basically just how I need to lower that to 6 though. It's basically so it doesn't do anything when I set checking ticks to true. It's because if I don't have it going here, so if I set this to like 0, then basically what happens is you try to drop it back down and you pick it right back up. So that's why I have it set to 6, so this takes a little bit of time. It waits for 6 ticks of the game to happen before you can pick something else up. So Yeah, so this code's it works. It's just I don't understand the code because it's been so long. Like last night I made this right here working properly and I don't remember how it works. So also I have crafting. So instead of how it used to be craft item, I have it called basic recipe. And it's pretty much more intuitive because here I have axe item has the texture, the item 1, so item wood, item 2, which is item stone, and then the final item, the result, which is item X, and then the ID. So it's a bit more intuitive. And then crafting slot. This is the third slot on the screen. So this right here is the crafting slot. I had to make a quick cut there um, in the video. Right here is the crafting slot. Now, it first checks if there is both items in slot 1 and slot 2, and I have it set where it can check either slot. So, flipping the items around, you still do the crafting recipe, and you can craft the axe. So, when you click there, what it does is it runs through this code here. So, first it says for every slot, it says it looks for slots with location of 17 or 18, which are those slots up there, the two crafting slots. And if it's not selected, then it sets craft item 1, which is a variable here, and craft item 2 to those two items. Now, down here it says if they are not null, both of them are not null, then we want to run through every single recipe that we have. And if recipe item 1, the ID of that is equal to the ID of craft item 1, or the ID of item 2 is equal to craft item 1, then we run through to set up item to craft, which is the item that pops up in the final slot as r.getFinalItem, which right here is item.axe. And then it runs through all this. Gets your mouse X, mouse Y to see if you're clicking on the slot, and then does all this code here to make sure it's doing stuff. And I have to do thread.sleep here, which I don't like because it freezes the game for 150 milliseconds. But I have to do that. I can't do the checking ticks or anything with this. So one thing I'm also happy about is how easy it is to render in the hotbar. So if we look at the rendering code here in hotbar, it's from 125 to 160, so it's about 35 lines of code. If we look on the other hotbar, which is right here, go down to render, it is from 115 to 275, so it's literally 160 lines of code for the rendering of the old hotbar, which I condensed into I condensed into 45 lines. No, 35 lines. Because I've learned so much since then. Also, I've learned so much from programming that I made this hotbar. This is the same hotbar system that was around back in 0.1 when I first released this game back in June of 2018, which it's almost been 2 years since I released the game. Because yeah, we're about to have in 2 months we're gonna have or even just maybe 1 month, the Survivor Die 2 year anniversary. It's insane. But right here I had assets.outline, which is just a texture of a box, just a box, and I had it rendered onto the whichever slot was selected. Here I just rendered a rectangle that does it. It does the same exact thing, but it's more precise. And then for the rendering of what do you call it? Items in the hotbar, I have this code, which I first originally made an inventory because if you didn't notice when I run the game and you put something in your hotbar, it mirrors it in this hotbar right here, except for the yellow square. So the way I did it is up here, I just made this code, and I had it rendering there before I even made it rendering in the hotbar. So I just copied the code over and changed a few variable names, and it worked like instantly. So I'm really happy with that. So all I really have left to do before this is a working game is make the landscape and add like static entities like trees, rocks, and stuff like that that you break to get items. Because you can kill the zombie. I don't know if I showed that, but when you kill the zombie, you do get the rotten flesh. And I do want to show much of how close he is to killing you when you don't have an axe. See, he just killed me like that. So you have to be able to. You need to get an axe before you take one on. You can beat him in a fight if you evade him enough, but he has the same attack cooldown as you, and he does the same amount of damage as you. So there's the rotten flesh. There's no use for it yet. Of course, I haven't added potions. If you want to see what items I have, what recipes, I only have 6 recipes: axe, cut wood, fire, iron bar, wooden handle, and iron axe. Only items I have in here. I have 11 items. I had 10. I added one right before I started recording, which was rotten flesh. It literally took 2 seconds. I just had to copy the rotten flesh texture from the old folder, from the old sheet, sprite sheet, into the new one. Which also, one more thing I want to show here. I have, this is the last thing I'm going to show this video. If I go to sprites, I have items, player animation, sheet, tiles. Okay, sheet, so yeah, let's run through this. Sorry, I'm kind of all over the place. Each entity will have its own animation sheet. I may have trees like blow in the wind or something like that. Also, sheet doesn't mean anything. That was my original one. And then tiles. These are only tiles I have in the game. I have a dedicated tiles one now. It gives me more stuff. And then zombie animations. It just makes life a lot easier because, especially with the player and zombie animations, I can use the same code for each. Just change the sheet that we're calling to, and then we have all of it rendering without having to do much math on changing which numbers and the assets and everything. So before I upload this video, I'm going to get this onto a zip file. I'm going to upload it to my Google Drive, and I'm going to share the link with y'all in the description below. I want y'all to beta test it for me. Run through everything. If there's any bugs, I want y'all to maybe tweet at me in the description below. And I just want to know if there's any bugs before I get more done. Also, I'm going to have all this code ported into GitHub. So if y'all would like to check it out, I will have it public. So yeah. Um, I will see you guys next time. So here comes the outro. Well guys, thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and comment what you thought. On the left is my latest video. On the right is what YouTube thinks you should watch next. On the top middle is my brother's YouTube channel. Check him out. On the bottom middle is my YouTube channel. It's an easy button for you to click subscribe. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace.